welcome to Dream Desk. I'm Miss Dream, and today I'll be continuing with Chapter 4, What John Rance Had to Tell. So let's begin. The mystery didn't end at the house. If anything, it was only the beginning. Because for Sherlock Holmes, crime scene is not the answer. It is a question. And every question leads somewhere, to a person, to a moment, to a mistake someone didn't realize they made. This time the path led to the man called John Rance, a man who had simply thought he had done his job, a man who didn't realize he had already seen the truth. Holmes moved quickly that morning. Not in a rushed way, but with purpose. Every step he took felt certain, as if the next piece of puzzle was already waiting for him. Watson followed beside him, trying to keep up, not just with Holmes' pace, but with his thinking. London was alive around them. Carriages rattling over stone roads, voices echoing through narrow streets, people moving, talking, living their ordinary lives. And yet, somewhere within that busy city, murder was walking freely. They stopped in front of a small house, simple, quiet, almost forgettable. Holmes knocked. Once, firm, certain. The door opened slowly. A man stood there. John Rance. He looked tired, his eyes slightly unfocused, as if he had not slept well. And perhaps he hadn't, because some things once seen don't leave you easily. Holmes stepped forward immediately. No greeting, no polite conversation. You were on duty at Lauriston Gardens last night, Holmes said calmly. Rance blinked. In surprise. You saw a light inside an empty house, Holmes continued. You went in and found the body. Rance stared at him. Yes, that's right. Watson felt a small jolt of amazement. Holmes spoke as if he had been there himself. But Holmes didn't stop. You returned to the gate, he added. And then you met someone. Rance froze. The silence between them tightened. What do you mean? He asked. Holmes stepped closer. His voice still calm, but sharp this time. A tall man, he said. Drunk, leaning against the wall. Watson felt it again. That strange shift in the air. Rance's eyes widened. Yes, he said slowly. I did see someone. Holmes gave a slight nod. Not surprised, because this wasn't a guess. This was certainty. Rance began to explain. His voice slower now, less confident. After finding the body, he had stepped outside again. The night had been quiet. Too quiet. And there, by the gate, he had seen a man. A strange man, unsteady on his feet as if he had been drinking. Rance had looked at him, briefly, and then he had looked away. Because to him, the man didn't matter. But to Holmes, that was everything. You thought he was unimportant, Holmes said softly. Rance shifted uncomfortably. I didn't think. Holmes didn't let him finish. That man, Holmes said quietly, was the murderer. The word landed heavily. Watson felt his breath catch. It had been so close, so obvious, and yet completely missed. Rance lowered his head. I let him go, he whispered. And for the first time, he understood. He hadn't just seen something. He had missed everything. Holmes turned away slightly, not angry, not frustrated, because for him, it was not a mistake. It was a clue. As they stepped outside again, Watson could no longer hold his question. How did you know? Holmes smiled faintly. It's simple, he said. When you remove what is impossible, whatever remains is the truth. Watson stood quietly, letting the words settle. Because now, he was beginning to see it too. Holmes wasn't guessing. He wasn't lucky. He was seeing the world in a way no one else could. And just like that, a single mistake revealed something far greater. Not a witness, not a passerby, but the murderer himself, standing in plain sight. The truth had been there all along, right at the edge of the scene. But it had been ignored, overlooked, dismissed as unimportant. And now the case had changed, because this was no longer a mystery. This was a game between two minds. One hidden in the shadows, careful, clever, always one step ahead. And the other, Sherlock Holmes, watching, thinking, closing the distance. But the question remains. If the killer was bold enough to stand so close, what will he do next? And how far is he willing to go? Before this story reaches the end, take a deep breath, because next chapter, the trap is set. Thank you for staying with me at Dream Desk. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to subscribe and come back for the next chapter. Good night, and remember, sometimes the biggest clue is the one we choose to ignore.